Now everybody, I got a tip. If you want me here, take a trip. It make you holler, it make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping now. Now listen girls, and listen boys. These little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real, know what I mean. They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on baby, we'll trip on out.
Oh, what is going on, guys? Oh, fuck, I gotta hide from this car because there are people that drive around out here in the country got nothing better to do. Oh, shit, they're slowing down. They might have saw me. They got better nothing to do than to drive around and get fucked up and beat the shit out of people walking through the middle of cornfields. Oh, man, they are slowing down a lot. Hopefully they just think I was a deer that scampered out of the road. Just keep going. Oh, yeah. What you doing out here, boy? I like that long hair. Are you a faggot, boy? I could, yeah. I know that these people exist that drive around out in the country and do nothing but get fucked up and, you know, kick random people's asses. I know this because I've been those people on both giving and receiving. But anyway, tonight I want you all to get off your asses and go outside because every, 30 years, Saturn tilts so that we can see its rings, and it's in that position right now. From where I'm at, well, my camera doesn't really pick it up very well, but from where I'm at, it's right about at the top of the sky and to the east a little bit. I was looking at it through binoculars and a rifle scope earlier, and you can really see it pretty good just with a pair of low-power binoculars. So get off your asses and go look at it if you're in a place where you can do that. And the sun is fucking bright here. I got to get it above the corn here, but the sun is bright as hell tonight too. Oh, and the 31st is an actual blue moon. I can't remember how often those come around, but on the 31st, you'll actually get to see a blue moon. Let's see what we got here. What's up, Anthony Cruz? You don't ever sleep either, do you? Hey, Jilly. I know you don't sleep either. What's going on, Mr. Evans? Yes, music was provided by Mr. Bill Evans, who also happens to play on it with Billy Payne of Little Feat. I love saying that. And the other Bill, I'm in the middle of a fucking cornfield, but this happens to be sweet corn, so if I happen to get hungry, it'll be all right. And I'm also way too fucking sober because I don't get fucked up if I have a gun on me, and some shit happened earlier where I had to have one. I didn't shoot anybody, but that's another story for another day. And my nerves are freaking. I had to go for a walk, one because I wanted to look at Saturn, and two just to fucking chill the fuck out. I mean, I got pills that'll chill me out. I just don't feel like taking that shit right now. So yeah, really, I just want you guys, if you're in a place where you can, just get off your asses and go check out Saturn. Oh, and yeah, I did not hear any of Jeff's panel last night, but I get he always fucking lies his ass off about pretty much everything he says. But I got somebody contacted me and said, "Hey, are you listening to LB's panel?" And I wasn't, but uh, that person's like Jeff's saying that he's got all these doxes and shit, which he doesn't because it's the same fucking channel that I talked about like a week and a half ago. So as usual, he's a day late and a dollar short, and his information was wrong. LB was not on that list. Um, I have the screenshots, all that stuff. I just didn't tell anybody what the channel was because I didn't want to give it any attention. So, yeah. So again, I didn't hear any of Jeff's panel, and then I heard like 10 or 15 minutes of LB's, and everything that I know that I have information on that Jeff said was bullshit. And then like somebody else hit me up, was like, "Well, Jeff said and this happens to be a female. I'm not saying anything exactly, but a different female hit me up. It's like, oh, Jeff said that I was getting doxxed, but he was going to take care of it so that it wouldn't happen." It's like, dude, you fucking. I mean, I know who this person is because she told me, and she said she's never told anybody else. So, one, how would anybody find out who she is? She barely even talks in chats, and uh, you can't stop somebody from doxing somebody. You know what I mean? You can ban people and delete comments all you want, but you really can't stop it unless you got something to hold over their heads or whatever. But yeah, fuck, I'm trying to think of what else I was gonna say. Yeah, the main thing is I just want you guys to go check out Saturn's rings while you can. Oh yeah, and I guess Jeff said that he had leaked pictures of me. I've already put my pictures out there, um, and like a lot of the ones that like Twomper put out that said was me weren't. I mean, I acted like they were at the time, uh, but yeah, they couldn't dox me right either. I could tell you, okay, all right, Sammy Joe, I wasn't going to because it didn't sound like you wanted me to, but yeah, that's cool. I will. Um, I had a good talk with Sammy Joe today, and she did play the part of that phone call. The quality was bad, so I couldn't really hear everything, but I heard enough that Blondie did say something about um, Gabby sending me nudes and why I couldn't really make out the part why, but she did say that I could make that part out, and she did say something about her not having a wrench on my channel, but she does have a wrench. She has for a long time, so I don't know why the fuck she said that, but I heard at least most of it with my own two ears now, and um, yeah, she does have a wrench, and Gabby has never sent me anything even remotely close to that. The only pictures Gabby has ever sent me were of the cat that I gave to her. So yes, that phone call does in fact exist. I heard it today. Jeff is so limp-wristed, it's unreal. Uh, Yeah, we're all insomniacs. I can't ever sleep without taking shit to help me do that, or I'll stay awake for days. And then on about day 3, I start getting real crazy, and it's not good. So sometimes I'll scare up a deer right in the spot, but I haven't seen any tonight. All right, y'all. I didn't really feel like saying a whole lot. Um, I just wanted to try to get you off your asses and go out and look at the sky for once and forget about all the bullshit. You'll feel, trust me, if you get out into nature and just kind of ignore your phone and watch the stars or whatever, you will feel a lot better. I think that's a big part of people's problems is we weren't meant to live. Uh, and it's one thing if you're living in a small town or whatever, but we aren't meant to live in concrete jungles. And I think that's a big part of it. Everybody is so fucked up, and anxiety and depression medications are the most common medications prescribed by doctors. I was uh, doing some more studying up on the Sackler family. Um, they're the ones behind the, Purdue and OxyContin. They were also the same family that was behind Valium. Um, they said that when Valium first really started hitting the market, 2/3 of Americans were getting Valium, and they did the same shit that they did with the oxys. The same trap that I fell into. They're like, "Oh, it's not addictive. It's not addictive." Only 1% of the people that take it get addicted, and it's because they're already junkies. They're already bad people. Same fucking script every time, and we keep falling for it. People have short memories. Fireball be working then it, but yeah, alcohol. Yeah, alcohol does work for me. I'm usually a pretty happy drunk. Where I run into trouble is mixing it with pills and stuff. Like if I just stay with alcohol, I don't black out. I don't. I mean, I do stupid shit, but uh, not like felony type stuff. Well, okay, I've done a few felonies, well, but anyway, you get the picture. Hey, who did it? Dick did. I could actually go for actually no, I've got some Crown Royal back at the house, and maybe I'll tap into that tonight. I don't know. By the time I get home, most people will be starting breakfast, so maybe I won't. I don't know. Worst thing you can do, drunk and be waking up next to a fat chick. Well, yeah, that ranks up there. Probably not the worst thing you can do. And believe me, I've woken up a few times where like I just felt a warm body next to me. I'm like, oh God, please, please God, just at least let it be a girl. So far, it has been every time. At least I think so. I don't know. I had to chew my arm off a couple of times to get out. But... So yeah, I've slept with people that I would not have slept with had I not been completely fucked up out of my mind. I'm just proud that I can just fucking get it up when I'm like that. What did Jeff do this time? Oh, I guess last night I did not hear his panel, but I guess he was telling some more whoppers on there, and he was saying I was told by actually 3 different sources now that he said that PHI sent him 50 names of doxes, which I don't believe that for 1 second. I never did believe it, but she actually told me that it didn't happen, and I really didn't believe that it did anyway. But so yeah, apparently he's told people that Sammy Joe gave him like 50 doxes or whatever, and then I did see a little bit of LB's panel and he was just being even for him just acting fucking weird. I mean, just being really aggressive about everything and really defensive about everything. And he was telling LB that she was one of them that got doxxed on a YouTube channel that was doxing a bunch of people. But she was not on that list. I have that list, and she's not on it. And Jeff was acting like it was breaking news, but I talked about it. I didn't mention names, but I talked about it like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. So, as usual, Jeff was a day late, and $1 short, and full of shit. And then there was another female that hit me up privately and said that Jeff had told her that somebody was going to dox her, but he was going to make sure it didn't happen, which is total bullshit because that person, according to her, I'm the only one that she's ever given her real name to, and that's just because we talk, or we don't really talk so much now, but like I didn't try to dig for it or anything. She gave it to me a long time ago, and according to her, I'm the only one. So she was freaking about how anybody would. This is another thing. She was freaking about how anybody would have got her information, and since I was the only one that she ever gave it to, she didn't like accuse me, but she was kind of hitting around that maybe did I give it to somebody or whatever, which I would never fucking do. So yeah, there's that. And like, you can't, unless you have something even bigger over whoever's going to dox somebody, you can't stop them. How are you going to stop them from throwing it up online somewhere, Was it Chuckles? No. Man, I missed some of your comments. Woke up curling at you? Well, as long as he paid well. Can't be worse than waking up next to Flabby. Well, hey, speaking of that, has anybody heard from Locksmith? I mean, like, heard his voice? Because I don't think he's been live in a while. And I really don't talk to him very much. I'm just wondering. I'm not saying that, like, she hacked him up and put him in the freezer or anything. I'm just wondering if anybody's heard from him. Jeff, yeah, that was he was saying that his FBI neighbor got that channel taken down, which we all know that's fucking bullshit. And if that site wasn't up that channel wasn't up very long. So in a matter of hours, the FBI agent, who isn't supposed to use his authority for personal stuff, was able to track down the IP address. And this person probably used a VPN. If it's either one of the people that I think it is. So they got around all that shit and got a warrant to take to YouTube, and they did that all in just a few hours. Yeah, no. Jeff tries too hard to be too relevant, just like Ryan. Yeah. Ryan is way cuter and nicer than Jeff. I will actually go, I don't know about the nicer part, but he is definitely cuter. I would have an easier time. Like if I had to pick one of them to cuddle, I would actually pick Ryan. I'm not too proud to admit that. Fox taking a break to find his balls. That's a distinct possibility also. But yeah, Ryan does look like Pee Wee Herman. Or she has been propped up like Weekend at Bernie's. That's a possibility. We'll have to pay attention the next time he goes live. Oh, he's got the flu? Oh, that sucks. You heard I passed away from COVID? No, I've technically been dead a few times, but I've never had COVID that I know of. Because I am constantly almost getting killed. It's kind of a rush, I'm not going to lie. But if that's true, then, you know, I hope he's doing all right. COVID was, yeah, most of the people I know that had COVID, most of them, like, it wasn't really, like, yeah, it was like a day or two, and that was it. Like, my parents are older, and they're still very patriotic people, and as am I. So there's no fucking way any of us is getting that shot. Both my parents had COVID, and they, you know, they're in their 70s, so they were down kind of bad for a while, but they didn't wind up having to go to the hospital. So yeah, if I ever wind up, I don't know if we're still gonna plan on it or not, but if I ever do actually wind up meeting with Julie, that will I can just about guarantee that will be a life or death experience for both of us before it's over. Because all that stuff that it doesn't, I won't plan it ahead of time, but I'll think of something crazy and fucked up to do no matter where we're at. But the thing is that I usually I'm when I do that with girls, they will like stop me. But she won't. Like she'll just be like, "Hey, here's another can of gas. Go for it." Hey, Andrea D, doing better now that you're here. Locksmith took the biggest L pulling up to Tommy. Yeah, he shouldn't have done it, really. But Tommy did tell him to show up, you know. I think Tommy took the bigger L because he got two hits in on Locksmith and it didn't put him down, you know what I mean? So it was an L for both of them. There was no winners there. Yeah, it does sound like a good time. You ought to come along too, Andrea. Fuck, squirrel. Man, I started thinking about like hanging out with Julie and Andrea at the same time, and my mind went blank. Got to stop doing that. Locksmith said the door isn't closed. Oh, yeah, he did. Here's what's going to happen, and it's actually happened to me in this community before. Make plans to hang out with a girl, and then, and I don't mean like planning on like doing anything, but make plans to hang out with a girl, and then we decided to invite another girl. Something happened. It was something happened on my end, so I couldn't go, but they wound up going together, and probably had a better time than had I been there, if I'm being honest. That's yeah. Something else that I heard is Tommy said that people. I don't know if he named names or not, but I guess Tommy said that like people from here sent CPS to his house, which honestly would not surprise me if somebody did. Um, but the cops, his kids called the cops on him. That's an automatic. CPS is going to automatically show up because of that, whether somebody from here called him or not. Yeah, see, I was watching live when Alex and Constantine and whoever else. I was watching that live when they pulled up to Tommy's house. Savy and Locksmith invited me to be part of the threesome. That's why I trolled them. Aha. Be careful saying that kind of stuff, Karen Smith, because that'll be the next rumor. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, and we know who Karen Smith really is. Yeah, I can see that happening. Tommy's hands are deadly weapons behind the wheel of a car. Yeah, yeah. Oh, shit, let's see who we got.
What up, motherfucker?
What in the hell do you want?
Oh, we just chilling tonight, bro. Like, why you gotta be so uninviting, man?
Because I have to look like I don't like you, otherwise I'll get canceled again.
Oh, yeah, for what? How many times now?
Oh, God, who knows?
How you been, dude?
I've been canceled so many times and had all of my clout taken so many times that, like, I just have like trailers in the back 40 with just stacks of old cancellation slips in them.
Cancellation paperwork? Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, by letting me up on panel to chill, you've officially canceled yourself once more.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I know.
Never fails.
But see, if I act like I don't like you, or I'm calling you out for something, then I won't get canceled. Oh, okay, I got something here. What I'm about to ask you will legitimize the whole reason for me letting you up here. It'll legitimize the whole thing. Are you responsible for that channel that was doxing a bunch of people? The one that it was like the same music video again and again and again, but had different people being doxed.
You're talking about the community directory, that one?
Yes, that was the name of it.
I was literally on that list.
I know, but if I was going to dox a bunch of motherfuckers, I'd go ahead and put myself, because I've already been doxed. And so everybody on that list had already been doxed before, you know?
Yeah, if I was going to dox a bunch of motherfuckers, I'd put fucking JD up there after he fucking called my word. Like, let's be real. You know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a point.
His dumb fuck calling his ass with his little Metro PCS prepaid phone number. Dude can't even afford a real fucking phone. He got his prepaid shit up there. Yeah, I would have put fucking JD on blast if that was me. Is what I would have done.
That's the thing. You are suspect number one, but I have somebody else in mind. I don't want to say it because I don't want to accuse this person because I can't prove jack shit. But I strongly feel like it probably is the other person just because of how I was notified about the whole thing, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
About someone sending Jeff a list of a bunch of people.
Okay, I didn't hear him say. I didn't hear him say it myself, but like three people now have told me that Jeff said last night, and I don't know if it was on LB's panel or Jeff's own panel, but I guess he said that PHI sent him a list of 50 people, 50 doxes or people to be doxed or whatever, which I don't believe that for a minute.
If we're gonna believe that, if we want to believe that for 30 seconds, because it's not worth a minute. My question would be, where did that list come from? You know what I mean? And it sounds like that person might be the one that's initially behind that account, in my opinion. I don't know. If we want to
say that again.
Just say, if we want to go down the whole conspiracy thing, my question would be, where did that list come from? Because that list sounds like someone that was behind that account, at least on the surface, you know.
See, the thing about that list is it was all people that had been doxed previously. And the thing is it doesn't even need to be somebody like one of us that actually has people's, information. It could be just somebody who just pays real good attention all the time and like screenshots everything and writes shit down or whatever. Because, it's everybody on there had already been doxed. And then Jeff fucking told LB that she was on there, and I have screenshots of that. The whatever you want to call it. And LB's not on there. And then Jeff had also, I got contacted by a girl who, according to her, I'm the only one that she's ever told her real name to. I guess Jeff had told her privately that she was going to be doxxed, but Jeff was going to stop it.
Oh God!
Jeff, and
Jeff's trying to sound relevant, like he's gonna get laid or something. I'll stop it for you. Dude is fucking cringe. Dude is as bad as Ryan.
Okay, you heard it too. See that's Andrea D apparently heard it too. Do you remember which whose channel it was on? Because I'm being told by several people who I believe them that they heard him say that he got that list from PHI, but I don't believe for a minute that actually happened.
When it comes to doxing though, like it fucking shit's so much easier once you're actually doxed and your information's out and you don't give any fucks anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's no more threat there anymore.
Oh yeah. That's exactly. Like I've always used my real name. My real Instagram is in my real name, and my YouTube channel used to be my real name, so I've never really tried to hide it. But then when I realized, because I'd never got so far involved in the YouTube community before this one, and like they kept doxing like they're doing now. They kept doxing the wrong Bill Powell, so I would kind of go along with it, be like, oh no, they doxed me, and this happened like 4 times. They kept putting out different pictures of these people that they were saying was me and giving different addresses, and they finally got the right one. But but once it finally happened, like I wasn't really all that worried about it anyway. But it's like, what else are you gonna do? You've already thrown me the biggest rock you have, and
you got dumb fucks like JD that would call someone's work. But I mean,
right?
That doesn't sound like a concern to you.
All right, hang on. Let me make Sammy Joe a link. Guest. Invite guest. Copy.
That pinned one. I used the pinned one. That worked for me.
Yeah, well, like that's happened other times too. Post comment. Paste. All right, there you go. Try this one.
I'm still waiting for someone to FOIA the footage of Tommy's arrest. That's going to be the banger in this upcoming week or two. Whenever someone gets that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely get that, no doubt.
Hi, Bill.
What's going on, Sammy?
Not much. So, we're talking about that, the whole channel with the doxes on it. And I personally don't remember seeing Jeff's name there. I don't remember seeing him on that.
You
But
talking about the YouTube channel?
yeah,
The YouTube channel did have Jeff on there. Jeff was on there.
he was.
He was, yeah.
Okay, well then I missed that, so I apologize for that. I didn't see his name on there. But as far as him telling a panel of people that I sent him a list of fucking names or whatever he said, because I still haven't found it. If he said that, he's a fucking liar, and I'll be happy to tell him that myself in front of anybody that needs to hear it.
I mean, I don't think anyone's doubting you. I mean, I always.
My issue is that I'm staying away from the bullshit, and this person smiles in my face, but has supposedly said something of this nature about me, and I just don't fucking appreciate it.
Right.
So welcome.
Yeah,
everyone has fucking baseless allegations with no receipts.
Well,
that's
where I differ. That's where I differ. I try to show up with receipts. So
enough people have said that they've heard it. I'm sure that it's probably true, but it would be better if we were able to show. So if somebody remembers a timestamp or can clip it or whatever, if you want, you can send it to me.
What's going to happen at this point is I'm going to simply talk to him myself about it. And I mean, I don't care if it's on a live or I don't give a fuck. I'm going to ask him about it. I don't appreciate somebody saying I did some shit like that. That's dirty as fuck.
He's just gonna lie about it.
He was on the list. You want me to give you his number? Because I got it now.
No, that's okay. I would rather not. Thanks anyway.
Are you striking a lighter? What was that?
That was me. Yeah, I just lit a cigarette.
Smoking's bad for you, Bill. You should just drink more instead.
Yes.
Well, you know what they said that masturbating would make me blind too, and if that was true, I fucking would have been.
I mean, so your eyesight's okay still?
Well, no, I do wear contacts and glasses, but that's besides the point. I'm not actually blind.
Okay. It's not because you were masturbating.
Well, I shot myself in the eye a couple times, but.
Oh God. Okay, I'm out. Y'all have fun.
Sorry, Sammy Joe. At least we gave you a good segue, a good excuse to leave abruptly. Not that you needed one, but
he's scaring off the women around here with that.
I'm good at that. So, but yeah, I mean, you're getting all the blame for it. But like, there's somebody else that I believe that it could be, but I can't fucking prove it, so I don't want to throw it out there.
You don't want to make baseless allegations and throw people out there with no receipts. Look, that's respectable.
Well, no, I'm not above that, but I usually wait till I have like 3 at a time so I can throw them all out at once.
Hey, anyone else in the community would just throw out names with no receipts.
Karen Smith says Jeff should be forcibly removed from the community. You know what? And I don't support like voting to ban people from the community because one, it doesn't work. It'll make you look stupid, and two, I just think it's bullshit unless both sides are equally represented. Blah blah blah. But they voted to kick Jeff off of the island at one point, and then he waited for all this new bullshit to pop off to slide back in. And there are a lot of new people that just don't know the history about what happened with him.
Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to vote me off the island too, but look at me, I'm still fucking kicking around.
Yeah, I mean, you can't cancel somebody. You have to consent to being canceled.
Right?
Yes, Jilly, I wear glasses when I read.
I also guarantee you that people have left and just quote left in quotes and are just kicking around under a new name.
Mm-hmm.
No one's you can't vote someone, you can't kick someone off of a community when they could just fucking create an alt. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, the way I've done it, oh God, I fucking hate even talking about it. And this is...
Watch out, Meow Jeff's gonna call the FBI for wanting to give Sammy just. Well, she said she wanted to call him, and I'm like, well, he was on the list, so I got his number if you want it. If she wants to call him and take care of shit, I'll give her his number. Fuck it. What's it to? What? I mean, sharing a phone number. I mean, there's no criminal charge there. You know what I mean? What are you gonna get me for? He was literally on the fucking list with me and everyone else that was on there.
Yeah, Jeff likes to throw stones at well, you and me and other people for getting fucked up, but that man cannot handle his alcohol. I don't know what his history is with it. I don't know if he's supposed to be in recovery or not or whatever. But either way, man, that dude, if you act like that, you just shouldn't drink. Because I only heard him for a little bit on LBs, and he was just being disrespectful and confrontational about everything when there was really no reason to be.
Makes me wonder if he's just here to try to find himself some fucking friends because he doesn't have any or something. I don't know what that guy's gonna.
I don't know.
It's true though. You can't handle your alcohol, then you should fucking get the fuck out. Was he?
This was supposed. See, that's the thing, and again, I didn't hear very much of it. But what little I did hear last night, like his voice, like the way he talked, the way he enunciated things, he didn't really sound drunk, at least at that time. It was just the way he was acting, man. He was, and then of course what it's like when somebody asks him to get receipts. He had 1,000,001 excuses why he couldn't find it or whatever. Sure. But like I had all those receipts, and I'm usually bad about keeping receipts too. It takes me forever to find shit also, but those I just happen to have at the ready because the person that had sent them to me, I don't talk to all that much, so they were pretty quick to scroll back to. But I knew that LB wasn't on there.
That sounds, in a way, that sounds like him trying to pin it on me. Because
well, I mean, everybody thinks it's you though, and for good reason.
Just him saying LB was on the list sounds like he was trying to pin it on me because LB is someone I used to talk to her obviously more than I do now, but it sounds like he was trying to pin it on me. Is what that sounds like to me.
He very well could have been. Like I said, I didn't hear very much of it myself. But yeah, that's something that's been bugging me is this other person I've been talking about. Fuck. I mean, I even want to be careful how much. Well, okay, when that channel posted its first video, I was told about it like within minutes. So the person that told me, like, how did they know about it so fast? You know what I mean?
So when I heard about it, heard about the channel, Savy actually fucking texted me out of the blue and was blaming me for shit. And that was before I was even posted. So Savy learned about it fucking on too. Like, how did you even find out about this channel? You know what I mean?
I'm going to have to ask my person if they found out about it from Savy or how they knew about it, because I didn't ask that question. Because when the very first time I went there was only, I don't know, like I think there was only one video up, and I didn't take a screenshot, but I noticed that it only had like 4 views, and it had only been up for a few minutes. And that I went back to it later to see, because I'd been told that there was more at, later on. So I went back and looked at it again, and yeah. So I guess I need to ask some questions and see who notified who about it.
Yeah, I was actually fucking sleeping, and I started getting texts from Savy, and it went from, she started trying to, almost like she started to be nice at first, and she's like, is this you? Can you take this down? And then like 5 minutes later, it started like blaming it, like I know it's you, and then it just like she went totally bipolar within like 5 minutes, and was blowing up my phone, and that's how I woke up, and I went to it, and then I was watching the channel, and I saw myself get posted. Like,
yeah,
I didn't see anything new there. It was mostly previous doxes that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was all people that have already been doxed. So again, it could have been somebody that just pays real good attention to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it was basically a phone book at that point. I don't know what was it called.
But yeah, I just ended up blocking Savy because she was constantly just like fucking like I called her out for lying a few times publicly, and then there was some other shit that I heard her say that I knew she was lying about. I just didn't feel like being involved, so I didn't say anything. I just flipped it off. And then like she was trying to gaslight me in my DMs and lying to me again there too, so I just fucking blocked her. One of the things she did was like she just sent there was no names, but she just sent me a bunch of information and like about how many kids she really has. But that shit didn't match up with any of the other stuff that she said in the past about like the ages of her kids and how many she had. And
you mean Savy's lying? That's hard. That's hard to believe. No, that's not. No way is she lying. She's.
I know. I know. I know. I know I'm going against the grain here, but and then like after I did not ask her for anything. I didn't ask her to show. I already had her GoFundMe and some other things, and I knew she was lying about some stuff because none of it matched.
Back
and
when I was still friends,
like I did not ask her for any information. I didn't. I just because I knew she was lying. I didn't need her to.
No,
but anyway, she sends me all this information about her kids. And then she goes out and tells people, "Oh, he's got my kid's information and blah blah blah." It's like, yeah, you fucking gave it to me, and I didn't want it.
It's same boat. When I was still friends with her, she sent me unsolicited a bunch of photos and supposed proof pics of her like having cancer and all the shit she went through and all these random screenshots. And it's like I never asked for it. It was just it was odd that she sent it to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, like I don't. It was weird. Did you hear Locksmith supposedly moved in with her?
Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him, so I don't really know if that's true or not. But
I don't know. Supposedly, that was Nanya told me that actually. We were on I think it was LB's panel the other night, a couple nights ago, whatever, and she told me that, and I'm like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, here's my worry for Locke is like he's burned a lot of bridges, because of Savy. And when you take a guy like him, and I'm not trying to dig at anybody. I'm just saying it as facts. When you take a guy like him that's not used to getting female attention, and then all of a sudden there's a girl there that lets you play with her boobies, you can fucking forget about everybody else. That whole bros before hoes shit, that shit goes out the window.
When you got boobies,
and like he's burnt a lot of bridges, defending her lies, and she'll eventually leave his ass, and then he'll be left with nothing,
Right. That's pretty much my issue with him. he defended Savy's bullshit when she was trying to pinning the shit on me about the whole doxing Nanya and James and whatever else, telling people she has receipts on shit, and Locke is up there trying to defend her, being like, I heard the phone call. Like, what fucking phone call are you even talking about? Like, there is no fucking phone call. Like, and then fucking Savy's like, I got receipts, and she, Savy wants to show receipts of a fucking chat of her, missed phone call log. Like, okay, like, I call you all the time. Like, I used to talk to her almost weekly. Like, it's what's a missed call gonna show? Like, this is crazy. Right. She's just gonna ruin Locke's reputation, and my issue with Locke is just because of Savy, pretty much.
Y'all don't worry about Andrea D's background check. I'm going to handle that personally. I'm going to be very thorough.
I get when you're in a relationship that you want to trust the person you're in a relationship with. That's obviously something that comes natural. But when your girl is telling bullshit ass lies, you shouldn't go along with it and agree with it, because that makes you look like a piece of shit.
Right. And there was something, I don't fucking remember what it was now. Damn it. But there was something that I knew was bullshit, and Locke backed her up on it. And I'm like, God, no, all right, fuck this. And I did see
that is exactly
I did see that when they said that shit about him hearing the phone call. I saw that too.
Yeah, he said he heard a phone call right after she said she had receipts, she had screenshots or whatever she said. It's like, how do you have screenshots of a phone call? You know what I mean? It's just
right.
It shit didn't, her bullshit lies didn't fucking add up. It didn't add the fuck up.
Right.
I think Nanya sees it at this point. I think I don't know, nor do I care. But I think she realizes. I don't know. Why are people asking? People are in chat asking where the fuck you work. That's weird.
Say that again.
Someone's in chat asking where you work for some reason. That's
asking where I work.
Yeah.
I'm retired, bitches.
There you go.
I was a steel worker for 20 years. I was a bail bondsman, a bounty hunter. I was a PFA for 2 years. I almost always had 2 jobs going. I always had my steelworker job, which was like my bread and butter, and it paid very well. And then like all the other, like the bounty hunting and the bondsman and the PFA stuff, I did all that like as second jobs, and they all paid really well too. So
I used to always have a second side gig at all times. This is like one of the rare times in my life where I just have my one main job, and it's kind of nice to have some fucking time off once in a while.
Yeah, it gets. Well, everybody, while you're working, you're like, man, I wish I didn't have to go to work and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, I'm medically, I just was getting to be in such bad shape from the deterioration of my spine that I just couldn't really do that kind of shit anymore. So, but once the doctor tells you you can't work anymore, like, it fucking crushes you, man. It's nice for about 2 weeks. Not working is nice for about 2 weeks, and then it just sucks after that. And you have to find something to keep your mind occupied, which is part of the reason why I got into this. There's no way I would have been able to get into this stuff to the extent that I did while I was working.
At one point several years ago, I was on unemployment for a couple months, and I was bored out of my fucking mind day to day. Like, you feel like you have no purpose in fucking life. All you do is fucking sit around and get your unemployment checks, and you don't have shit to do. I went fucking crazy being unemployed for a few months.
You will. I mean, and then people sit back and get that. I mean, there was a big surge in drug usage because people are sitting back and getting that government money, and you weren't allowed to go out of your house, so you're bored out of your mind, and you got a coke dealer on speed dial. Hey, fuck it.
When we started getting our COVID handouts from Biden, whatnot, those free COVID checks that went to alcohol. You know what I mean? All the bars and everything's closed down, and you're stuck at home, and you're getting this money. Look, it went to liquor. It went.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of people wasted it on stupid shit. What are you gonna do? A lot of people. For a lot of people, those handouts of the free money helped them pay their bills and stuff, which was great. But being that I work from home and I wasn't really affected, that was free money, and that was blown on alcohol is what I blew it on.
Yeah. See, COVID didn't really affect me personally too much because I already self-isolate and I already avoid people as much as possible.
I generally tend to as well. It really depends on my mood. People think, oh, you go out to a bar alone? Yeah, absolutely. I don't. Sometimes I just want to get out of my house and I just want to go, sit in the corner and hang out by myself and isolate, and have a drink. So yeah, I absolutely go to the bar alone. But other times when I'm feeling up to socializing, I do have friends in real life. Big surprise there. I'll hang out with them.
Well, I mean, yeah, but when you just go down and hang out with the homeless dudes, that doesn't count as friends. I mean, you might be blowing each other, but that still doesn't count.
I actually like hanging out with homeless people or people having, whenever I see someone like on the streets and stuff, I'll always talk to them and see how they're doing and what their life story is. I'll give them a cigarette. I'll even give them a cigarette, smoke, and I have zero problems talking to strangers that are people that don't know me. Because you never know when you talk to a homeless person or whatnot, what their life story is or what they're going through, and you're talking to someone that doesn't know you, that has zero judgment about you. So it's always a good I don't know what the word is I'm looking for.
Well, you probably don't have a problem talking to strangers because you've stolen their underwear or some shit.
Yeah, right. It's always a good experience, though. Just talk to a stranger. Talking to a stranger, they don't know you. They don't judge you. They don't have anything about you. So you can literally have almost a heart to heart to like see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I've gotten things off my chest to total strangers that I didn't tell anybody that I knew, because part of it was because I like to see the expression in people's eyes when they're like, "What the fuck?"
And they also can't really judge you. You know what I mean? You can't get shit like that off your chest because they don't know you. You can.
I like to go to diners by myself late at night and just scream, "Why do they come to me to die, God? Why?"
You're gonna go to like Waffle House or some shit?
Yeah, I just go to a random diner at like 3 a.m. by myself and sit down at the counter and.
I drink alone because people suck, but you never see me crying. Yes, it does count. I mean,
Oh shit!
temporary friends are still friends temporarily. I mean, I wouldn't call a random person a friend just because you're talking to a stranger and getting shit off your chest that you can't tell people that actually know you. I mean, I wouldn't consider that a friend per se. I would,
I drink alone. Yeah, I love me some George Thorogood.
And when I'm at a bar drinking, because big surprise, I go to the bar and drink a lot. I meet a lot of random fucking strangers I don't fucking know, and I always offer to buy them a shot, and I have a conversation with them, and it's like at the end of the day, they don't know me. Nothing I say really fucking matters, but
Yeah, it's weird how at a bar you can make like an instant friend that you'll never see again, but you wind up stupidly, they're fucked up all the shit, but they convince you that they could drive to the next bar, so you go ahead and get in the car with them, and you wind up bar hopping all night, and then wake up in a strange prostitute's house and never speak to any of them again.
I told you this was a couple months ago. I told you when I woke up and I was at some lady's place and I heard her garage door opening and I got spooked. Did I tell you that story?
I don't think I heard that one.
So I was. This was one of my nights when I was at the bowling alley, one of my go-to places. I have a bowling alley down the street from me. It's kind of like my go-to when I just want to have a drink and be alone, right? So I'm sitting in the corner, and this lady comes up to me and starts talking, and she's pretty chill, right? And she's getting ready to leave, and she seemed a little bit drunk. So I was like, hey, let me walk you to your car. Let me make sure you're okay, right? And her car was in the next parking lot over, which was like another bar, kind of like down the road. So I was walking with her, and she seemed a bit drunk. So I was just like, hey, let's just chill here for a little bit and talk. I wanted to make sure she was okay to drive. You know what I mean? And so we were talking and shit. And after we were talking for maybe 30 minutes or so, and afterwards she's like, you want to go back to my place and have some wine? I'm like, sure, why not? So I did. I got into her car and I went back to her place. And she told me she was married. She told me her husband was out of town for the week or whatever, and that he wouldn't be back, whatever. So I felt fine going back to her place and whatever. And the next morning, I woke up and I'm in her bed and I hear the garage door opening, right? And I'm like, oh fuck no. So obviously someone's coming in the back door, and I'm running the fuck out of the front door. You know what I mean? And
she probably had the remote for the garage door hidden, and she clicked it just so you'd fucking leave.
No. She was still sleeping. It wasn't her. I mean, it could have been a maid. It could have been her fucking kids. I don't know. She was an older lady. And so I ran out the front door, a block or two down the road, and I get my Uber, and I'm in the Uber, like, all right, I'm on my way home. I'm all good. And I realized I didn't have my belt. I left my belt on her fucking floor. So
Oops.
I don't know how that ended. I sure as hell hope she found it before someone else did, but yeah, I lost my belt at her house is how that ended.
Yeah, we had a girl one time. We hadn't been together all that long, and we weren't like boyfriend and girlfriend. We were just dating or whatever. So she really had no reason to lie to me other than she probably just wanted to fuck. But I went to her house one night after work, and there was a man's watch on the end table, and I looked at it, but I didn't say anything right away. Because she's been telling me she's not seeing anybody, but why else would there be a man's wristwatch in her bedroom? I didn't say anything right away, and she noticed that she noticed that I was looking at it, and I see her get on her phone, and then her son, who was, I don't know, about 12, come in and look around the room, and it was really obvious that he was kind of like overacting the whole thing. And he's like, oh, there's my watch. And he grabs it and takes off out the door. So, like, evidently she was getting her kids in on cover for her. And I just never went back. But
that reminds me back in the days when I had a new girlfriend. And one of my cats pulled out a hair tie out of I don't know, maybe under the sofa or something. I don't know. You know how cats are. They fucking hide shit all the time. So there, like, one of my cats pulled out a fucking hair tie, and it started this whole argument about who else I was fucking and shit, because it was a new girlfriend at the time, and that literally my fucking cat ruined that relationship, in my opinion.
Yeah, it happens.
You know how cats are. You go to the pet store and you buy them toys, and then fucking the toys just disappear. So you buy them toys again the next week or whatever, and you buy your cat all these fucking toys and all this shit, and then one random day, you move your sofa and everything's fucking under your sofa. It's like the number one hiding spot under the sofa or fucking behind the fridge or wherever cats fucking hide shit.
Did she have a dick? No, actually, Telly, now that you mention it, like I never actually saw a dick, but she did like it doggy style an awful lot. Maybe I should have paid better attention. I don't know. I guess she could have. She had some really nice boobies, though.
Boobs.
Yeah, squirrel. Yeah, a dick's a deal breaker for me too.
You don't prefer extra parts under the closet?
No, sir. And I don't even want anything. This is why I only had a Twitter account for about 2 weeks. Not that I ever want another one, but I got into, I don't even fucking know who it was now, but I got into it with somebody because they didn't understand why I would never date a tranny, even if they had the bottom surgery and looked completely female. They just didn't get why I wouldn't go for that.
Yeah, that's still a biological male. Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, like you are never going to be a female. You're just a dude with cosmetic surgery and hormones.
Right.
That I just don't. If there's ever been a dick attached down there, yeah.
Yeah, hard fucking pass. Hard fucking pass. When I go out with friends a lot, I hang out. Obviously, I have a lot of fucking female friends. So I've been mistaken as gay so many fucking times, and I've been hit on by a fucking bunch of dudes. It's not like it's not an uncommon thing for me. People, gay dudes fucking hit on me all the time just because I'm hanging out with a bunch of chicks, and it's just like, I'm not gay, dude. Like, I'm not interested in your fucking cock. Like, just like, no, I'm hanging out with women because that's, a majority of my friends are women. You know what I mean?
That's weird because I used to hang out with a lot of women too, but nobody ever accused me of being gay that I know of. That's probably not why they're accusing you of being gay, Mark. They've probably seen the picture of you sucking dick, because I remember you telling me about that OnlyFans you had.
My OnlyFans. So when I had OnlyFans, my OnlyFans was with a woman friend. We were just fuck buddies, for what it's worth. I don't know what else to call it. We were just fuck buddies, and we made some money and shit. And the OnlyFans got shut down because she found herself a boyfriend. She wanted a serious relationship, and she found one, and we shut it down. And I still talk to her. Me and her are still friends, but she wanted a relationship. I didn't, and we shut that down. It is what it is. And my Chatterbait, when I had Chatterbait, I did Chatterbait before OnlyFans. Chatterbait was mostly just me jerking off and gay dudes paying me money, which is also is what it is. I shut down Chatterbait because of the whole OnlyFans thing, and I never went back to either. But yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't think you're gay because you hang out with women. I think you're gay because of that kind of shit, man. Like, I don't think I could I don't think I could keep myself hard knowing that I'm beating off so some other dudes can watch it later. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing about
Call me
Chatterbait,
old-fashioned, but
the way I look at Chatterbait is I'm on Chatterbait and I'm jerking off on camera and people are paying me, and you know, it was like, you know, think of it as, you know, I'm home from the bar. I'm probably gonna jerk off anyways, and I might as well make a little bit of money. That's how I looked at it, and I always, you know, I just suspected it was I don't know for sure, but I just suspect that it's mostly older gay dudes that were, like, you know, sending me tips and shit, and it was what it was, you know, it helped pay the bills. It was what it was, you know.
oh, I guess Arby says Bill would make an excellent gay man. I'll take that as a compliment. I really wouldn't though, because I have a really bad gag reflex.
Well, let me ask you straight up, Bill. So if someone's like, "Hey, I'll send you $20 if you show me your butt," would you do it?
No.
Okay. I guess you got some higher standards than I did, because I used to do that kind of shit.
No, that's the thing is, like, I make a lot of jokes about sending dick pics, but I don't ever. I'm not okay. I'm not saying that I've never done it, but like I've never done it with anybody that's like sent me their booby pics or whatever. And, like, you're not getting a dick pic from me unless like you've already had it in your mouth a few times. You know what I mean?
The thing is, yeah, I get it. The thing is, though, on Chatterbait, I was under.
Damn it, Richard B's listening. Okay, I did send some dick pics to Richard B, but that doesn't count because it was love.
The thing about Chatterbait, though, is that I was completely anonymous. I had an alias. If you typed my alias into Google, no doubt you'd find fucking all my nudes. But it was anonymous. Like, no one, as far as I'm aware, has ever tied my Chatterbait to who I really am.
Well, I mean, there's some porn that was done in the early 2000s with, I mean, the website that all mine went to got shut down, but like nothing ever really disappears from the internet. So there's probably some of me and my girlfriend and like, you know, another girl we used to take videos of. So I don't know. I didn't use my real name. I don't know. I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're in the same boat. Yeah. Me too.
Oh, a box of pills. Would I do it for a box of pills for a nude? What kind of pills and how big a box?
Are we talking about drugs now?
Yeah, they asked me, or you asked me if I would, you know, show a picture of my butt for $20, and I said no, but Tom Ass is asking me if I would do it for a box of pills for a nude. And yeah, it depends on how big a box and what kind of pills.
Okay, so you do got the point. You got the it depends on the size.
Yeah, I know these motherfuckers. Hey, I'll send you a big old box of pills, man, if you just send me a dick pic. So I said I'd send the dick pic, and they'd send me a fucking like little box of Flintstones or some shit.
I'm still waiting for my dick pic to be released within this community, because there are several ladies in this community that have my dick pic, and I'm just waiting for my dick pic to come out. It's only a matter of time within this community.
Yeah, I don't think I've been. I don't want to, but I don't think I've seen yours, and I'm good on that. Don't send it to me. I'm good. But I'm just saying that, like, it seems like the dudes that are most prevalent around here about sending dick pics don't really have like a whole lot. They're pretty damn proud of it, but like I'm like,
I'm over here about ready to make a fucking community directory of my own, and it's gonna be fucking women that send me titty pictures. Like, this, people in this community are fucking wild. Like, I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, dude. I was talking about that before, making a ladies of the community titties calendar.
Right.
I mean, I I would never come off of any of, like I've had fallings out with a couple of them that sent me some. I call them complimentary pictures.
Complimentary. I mean,
that's what I call them. But
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it either. But I mean,
well, you already did, man.
What did I do? What?
You put out Chuckles nudes. I'm saying that even though there's girls that I've had fallings out with, there's no fucking way I would never do that.
So Chuckles said that she was trying to get people to buy her nudes. She said I was welcome to share them, and she didn't care if I share them. Yes, I'll agree with you when I say that it was kind of bullshit that I put them out on YouTube. But she also said that I was welcome to share them, and that's literally why I shared them. It was.
Yeah, I mean that is a different situation because
it was. I agree it was a slimy thing to do, but she did say that I was welcome to share them, and that she's like, oh, she told me like literally straight up quote, she's like, oh, if you share them, it's just gonna get people to like me more. Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean that really is a different situation than what we're really talking about because
I did it, and it's done and over in my opinion. I don't know why this is why it's still a big thing months later. Like,
well, it's because when people decide they don't like somebody, they cling to whatever they can.
Right? I don't know how else to fucking say it. Like, yes, it was slimy. Yes, I did it. But she literally welcomed me to share her nudes, and that's what I did. But everyone else that has sent me nudes, like I haven't shared anything else. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people in this community that share that kind of material, and I've never shared anyone else. So, I mean, no one's gonna back me up on that because no one wants to admit that they're sharing their nudes. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. It was just a topless pic, not a nude. I shared an actual video. It was it was her tits and her ass, I think, is what I shared. I don't know. I have way more nudes of her that I could share if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna go down that road. That's not my style. Andrea D, though, you get her nudes yet, Bill? You got?
I just told you I'm not gonna identify who I've gotten them from.
Okay, well, I mean, so hypothetically, it's a possibility.
And I'm not going to play the because if I keep saying I did come out and say that Gabby never had because that was like a big deal. So I did come out and she never ever sent me anything like that. But like if you're gonna ask me about Andrea D and then I'll say no, and then you'll ask me about somebody else and I'll say no, and then it starts getting narrowed down, and then by process of elimination, you'll be able to identify who it could possibly be, and I'm not gonna play that game.
Oh, so what? Chuckles is in your DMs sending you nudes?
Yeah, 3 years ago, dude. Way back, like right after.
Did Chuckles send you nudes?
Yes.
She sent you nudes as well. Did you have to pay for them like I did?
No, this was like three however long ago it was. It was right after CC Unit and Alex busted her dad. I don't even remember how we started talking, but Alex was trolling her.
Well, I mean, Chuckles was blowing me up. Chuckles was texting me on Valentine's Day, and I'm like, all right, like, how much for some nudes? Like, it was literally Valentine's Day, and I was kind of like bored and shit at a bar, and I sent her.
I mean, I lost them all because that was all on my Discord account that got nuked. But
I sent her. I sent her either. It was either $50 or $100. I don't remember the exact amount. It was either 50 or 100. But that's all it took. And she was blowing me up with all her nude photos and shit. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm just I'm just drunk at a bar, just having some fun. You know what I mean? And that's all it took. Yeah.
It was Kurt. Yes. Okay. I'll give you guys that one. One of them was Kurt.
Meows and man of class.
No, but she had, I forget the name of it. She had a podcast or some shit, and she was kept telling me how funny she was, but like I never thought she was funny. She's like, "Hey, will you come on my podcast and talk about bounty hunter stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do that." But when I went on there, she kept telling me how, like it was a comedy thing, and I went and I did listen to a couple of episodes, and like they sucked. I'm like, well, maybe I just got a hold of a couple of bad ones. Because you're not going to hit every cylinder every time. But no, like it was like it's real tough to make me feel awkward. But like I just felt so fucking awkward.
She was never funny in my opinion. She
right.
And she wants to talk about how it's like revenge nudes and all this stuff. Like no, like I paid for those photos that you sent me. Like I can do whatever the fuck I want with them. Welcome to the fucking internet. There's no revenge, nothing when you pay for shit. You pay for shit, you do what you want with shit. So it's I'm still waiting for whatever lawsuit or whatever charges she's trying to come.
You're gonna have to get in line if you want to get to Andrea before me. I'm already in those DMs, damn it.
Oh, you already got her dick pics then?
I just told you I'm not gonna tell you who all sent me dick pics.
Well, if you haven't got her dick pics yet, then you're behind me. I've been working on that too. We're trying to expose Andrea as a I don't.
Let's just say I'm gonna find out what that D actually stands for.
The D stands for dick, but I mean I'm just talking shit. I actually like her. I don't mean to drag her. Andrea, you need to talk to my my man Gremlin. Gremlin is crushing hard on you, girl. If you could talk to my man Gremlin, maybe take his V card. The goal has been to get him to lose his virginity by the end of the year, but he's I think my man Gremlin needs some help. If you can give him a handy.
Yeah, we got to get Gremlin laid, man. Where the hell's he at anyway?
I've been trying to. He's all stuck on his fucking sandwich chick that fucking got deported for the year or whatever. She's been gone, whatever. He's kind of like, I don't know. I've been telling that guy like he needs to fucking get out and just fucking talk to women and shit and go to the bar and stuff. He's like, I don't want a bar whore. And I'm like, well then don't fuck a bar whore. Just go out and literally go out and talk to women so that you're used to talking to women. You know what I mean? Go explore the real life. Go fucking talk to women.
Well, the thing is though, is like guys that are just too shy to talk to women or for whatever the reason is, they probably wind up with less emotional damage than we do.
That's true. Probably, yeah. Well, he's as far as I'm aware, he's a college student, and he's a young guy coming to life, I guess, and
That see when people say, and I think Gremlin's probably about 20 or whatever, and like with Red Hood and some other people, like, oh, they're just kids. Yeah, they're young, but when I was 20 years old, I had like my own place for for like 2 years. By the time I was 20, I had a full-time job, 2 cars.
I was
So, and I believe me, and I was getting around with the girls at that time.
I was moving out of home at that point. I was getting my own apartment for the first time, so I was moving on with life. I was doing my own thing.
No, Marlboro Toke, it's not, but it's about to be. I just got a really late start because I was out looking at Saturn tonight. You can see Saturn's rings right now.
Meow the love guru. Yeah, I'm probably the farthest thing from the love guru. I just personally think Gremlin needs to find himself a bitch. He needs to find himself a woman. He needs to go fucking, get laid for the first time. Once you fuck your first chick and make it happen, it just makes I guess your life easier in a way, whereas you can talk to people and yeah.
Well, I mean, really, and I'm not sure what he's going to college for, but maybe it's better that he doesn't get involved in a relationship because it could fuck up his college.
I get that too. He doesn't need a relationship, in my opinion. He just needs to get laid and experience life a little bit. You know what I mean? Once you jump that first obstacle, you can, you're better off in life. You're more of a.
Well, as long as she breaks up with him in the summertime, because you know what your first love is like, and when that comes to an end, no matter how it comes to an end.
Oh yeah, it crushes you.
You're fucking yeah, and
but
so as long as she breaks up with him over the summer, and he's got all summer to get over it, then it might be all right. But if that happens during the finals week, man, he's fucked.
That's still an obstacle you gotta get over. You know what I mean? You gotta smash some pussy and get over the obstacle. After 1 or 2 times, you're ready to move on, and you have a better outlook on life in a way.
Yeah, sometimes. To make him get school to get a job and finance that kitty, that's a possibility too. Or she winds up pregnant, and
I would have forced Gremlin to join the Marines. No, I think Gremlin. I mean, not to speak to him, I think Gremlin's doing good. I mean, he's in college. He's doing his thing. He's, I just think.
I think everybody should have to be in the military for 2 years.
I think Gremlin needs just some women help is what he needs. In my opinion.
Well, I can help, and then it can completely fuck things up. Marlboro, you don't really need a telescope. If you look, it's like close to the top of the sky right now. Like you can make them out with the naked eye, but I just looked at them through like some low power binoculars, and well, then I also looked at it through a high powered rifle scope, And you'd be surprised at how much detail you can make out, because like every 30 years, Saturn turns just the right way so that we can see them, and then it'll turn back, and we won't be able to see them for another 30 years. But that event's going on right now. Last night, Saturn was exactly on the opposite side of the Earth of the Sun. So last night it was complete opposite of the Sun, and that was really cool.
I think it's time.
But yeah, you can.
I think it's time for a shot, Bill.
I think it's time for an Ambien. I really did not mean to be on here this long.
There you go. Oh shit.
I just wanted to get people outside and look at Saturn and call out some of Jeff's bullshit.
I just wanted to do a shot for the homies.
Oh, actually, I do happen to. I keep a little canister in my pocket of emergency pills. I keep a little bit of everything in there, and there is an Ambien in here. So I just got to find a place to stash my gun, because I don't want to. I don't like unholstering your weapon and putting it away after you've taken Ambien's not a good idea. I don't want to fuck with it. So. Oh, dude, Karen Smith, we do actually have a foot pic from. Oh man, I don't know if it's still up or not. I didn't screenshot it, and I'm not gonna go look again. But
are we?
He showed a picture. He showed a picture of his toenail had been ripped off, which was gross in itself. But if you look like at the rest of the foot, like between the toes, you can tell that it's like really old crust built on there. I don't know, dude. You talk when I talk. What's up, clown?
Me, I'll take a shot. I'm taking a shot. We taking shots. Cole, brother, we taking cheers, bros.
Saturn turns. No, it probably doesn't turn more than my anus, but it does turn, though.
Barb's vanity gives me herpes. That's nice.
Crying in the shower, wondering where he went wrong. I've actually done that, Colvick, and yeah. She's older than me, and I just feel her destroying my life. You know what? When I was younger, I dated some not older women, but older than me, and it's like they've already got it figured out. They already know how to manipulate you because they've done it a million times already. But when you're young, you haven't figured it all out yet, so they get away with it for a while.
Older women are my my hard point, I guess you'd say. One night we shut stream. One night I won't water it down either. Hey Cole, if you want to do a shot stream, I mean, I would do shot to shot, like one after the other. Like, I'm down. I guarantee if we do a shot stream, I guarantee I'm gonna drink a full bottle though. So we're gonna get fucked up. But I'm down for a shot stream any night.
You know what, guys? Like Barb never once hit on me, and I never hit on her either. But yeah, she never once propositioned me or anything. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing, because I probably wouldn't have responded well to it anyway, or if I'm just like so bad that Barb doesn't even want me. Scat porn. I'm into some weird, kinky shit, but like poop is not something that I have any interest in.
No scat freak.
No, I just not my thing. I don't get it. I don't really get. I guess the foot fetish is the biggest fetish on the internet. But I don't get. I just don't find feet attractive at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Give me boobies any day.
Boobies are a nice ass, is where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I like a nice butt too, but it just seems like everybody's just into the butts nowadays. I don't know.
Like a nice ass to clap. Damn me, your facial hair grows fast. Almost time to shave it off again. Yeah, right.
Well, let that thing grow, man. Get you a big old Duck Dynasty beard.
I mean, it was a couple weeks. It was, I guess, maybe a month ish. I was shaving my head, and I was bald. It does grow fast. That's why I don't normally do it online. I go bald completely several times a year because it does grow fast. Um, yeah, I don't know. It kind of pisses me off a bit that I got people to send Locke money. They sent money to Locke for me to fucking shave my head, and I rather it go to an actual like good cause. And I don't know what Locke's doing with the money, but
You didn't even get a cut out of it.
I didn't want to cut. I don't want people thinking like I'm doing shit for money. I don't want people to think I'm like Todd dry begging. I don't want people to think I'm doing it for the money. I don't do it for the money, It's not my style.
I mean, something like that. If somebody's getting paid, it may as well be you.
No, I rather go to a good cause, but
Right. No, I get that, but I'm just saying that if it's not going to charity or some shit, if somebody's going to get paid, it should be you.
I guess I don't know.
All right, y'all. I just popped a pill, and when I take this shit, like it makes me way too honest. So I probably should get off the panel.
No.
If y'all start asking me about like titty pics and shit, yeah. No, actually, I think I could even maintain my secrecy with that. But
Are you gonna pop some titty pictures?
I need some new ones, ladies. No, I think that even I think that even under the Ambien truth serum, I still think I'd maintain the integrity on that. Ambien 45 minutes, then the night terrors. Yeah, I get. I don't get night terrors when I take Ambien, but on the rare occasion that I can't fall asleep naturally, I don't stay asleep long because I do have night terrors. But with the Ambien, I either don't have them or I just don't remember them. But yeah, I'm known to wake up screaming every now and then, and I don't know why. I woke up. See, this was part of the decline of my son's mom's and I's relationship. As I woke up one night, and I woke up and I had a comforter and a headlock, and I was just squeezing the fuck out of that thing. And then I thought, what if I would have got a hold of her? And it scared me pretty bad. So I started sleeping on the couch. And like she thought I was mad at her, and I kept telling her, "No, it's I'm afraid for your safety. I don't, you know what I mean?"
Right.
And she thought that I didn't love her anymore or whatever, but that was really was not the case. I was just afraid, you know, like what if I fucking strangled her in my sleep and didn't know I was doing it, you know?
Is anyone else drinking tonight? Can we get a roundabout about some shots? Raise your glasses, bitch. Who's in chat drinking with me?
Quickly, people, I need to end this. I'd like to keep talking, but I don't really want to. I don't think I should talk publicly right now.
Delicious, so.
Drinking $10 vodka. Oh man, when I was young, I used to drink Dark Eyes vodka all the time because it was cheap. I'm spoiled on Grey Goose and stuff like that now, but
that cheap vodka fucks you up.
Oh yeah, it'll fuck you up, but it's shit's like drinking turpentine sometimes. Say less, Bill. You will scare all the women away. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I mean, it could work in your favor though, Clown Force, because there's been a lot of times where like I've been the guy if some dude was, creeping on a woman at the bar, she would come over and act like she was with me. So we could reverse the roles this time. This time they can, like, I'll be the creep, and then they can go run into you. So this could actually work in your favor.
Yeah, I've been there.
Fleischmann's is a source of PTSD. Julie, I want to meet the guy that fucked up your head.
Aren't you going to go see Julie? Isn't that plan? Weren't you going down to see Julie?
No, she was coming down this way, but the plans got fucked up. I don't know if we're gonna try it again or not. I even went out and picked out a really fine willow switch. And then we wound up not meeting, so. with multiple. Hey, that's something else we have in common, Jilly. I've also fucked up my head with multiple head injuries. That switch will make contact. Awesome. In other words, he's telling me to mail it to her. I think you're gonna end up drinking alone tonight, Mark.
How many people you got watching you? You got 40?
Oh fuck, 41.
I'm drinking with all the I guess I'm drinking with the 40 people over here.
No, man. Looks like Florida's. Oh shit. Andrea D, if you need a place to escape to, I'm not even joking right now. And I won't go through your underwear bag or nothing. But you head up north here to Indiana, and I can give you a place to escape to.
Call Vic is drinking. We got some druggers here tonight. I missed.
I can't mail what she wants. Yeah, you want to bet? Yeah, you might not like it, but I can mail it. Or I might not like it, actually.
Ask me how we drink like once a week. I mean, if you ever show up in Sacramento, like I would. Yeah, if anyone ever shows up, I'd be down to buy them a fucking round. Like it's whatever. And
oh hell yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of pretty fucked up, and I gotta work in the morning. But other than that, I mean, just because I gotta work in the morning doesn't mean I have to stop drinking, right?
Absolutely not. Especially if you're a bus driver. Oh man.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you guys my shop's all fucked up, but I don't know if you know anybody. It's gonna think I'm even weirder than I really am. I mean, I am weirder than I really am. Fucking Ambien. But anyway, I've been like I make a lot of like natural medications and salves and stuff like that kind of thing. But I've been fucking around with this pokeberry dye. See, it's real hard to. Oh, you guys can't see shit. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'm following the steps of my Native American ancestors and making natural dyes and shit now too. It can also be a wood stain. But you can't see it. It's a lovely shade of purple. You can't see shit. Never mind. But anyway, here, let me show you something.
Are you like
make these? Anyway, I hand make all these out of wax. This one, I don't know. It's still all white, but I'll eventually dye it with the natural dye that I make. Anyway, chicks dig them. But what it actually is like a fire starter to help you start a campfire at your fireplace. You can either just pull it off one leaf at a time, or you can set the whole damn thing on fire, which looks really cool when it burns. I know it's weird shit. And there's some of my bone collection that I'm going to make knife handles out of.
Kind of weird.
My fucking ambience making me do weird shit, man. There we go. Yeah, I make weird things. All right, y'all. I gotta stop. If somebody wants to talk privately, you can hit me up, but I gotta get off of here before I reveal some fucked up secrets I can't take back or some shit.
You bouncing out?
Yeah, dude.
All right, man. Take care. I'll bounce out too. Have a good one. Thank you again for having me up, and yeah, have a good night. Didn't do anything stupid like I would do.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Yeah, later, man.
All right, dude. All right, y'all. I guess we're all insomniacs, huh? All right. You all stay naked or get naked or whatever the fuck it is I say. Stay naked. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. I'm out.